Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Arctic, episode 37, Poolhouse Renovation. What I'll be doing is opening up the viewer suggestions to allow you to suggest some goals for me, but I do have some of suggestions of my own that I'd also like to work towards. Victor's back. Also, a little reminder, he still has a shin splint because, you know, I'm very bad at making sure that he doesn't get hurt. But that should be coming off soon, as long as I'm careful. Which is a little caveat that is important to point out, because I am not known to be careful. So first order of business is 3:40 in the morning, and I'm dreadfully tired. It's time to sleep. Barter, thank you for the resub. Is this the third? I lost count. I honestly lost count. I think it's the second, but I could be wrong. So to assess the progress about insulating our little home here, let me show you. So we have got the southwestern facing wall completely insulated with high quality wood. And also, I guess, a balcony? Or something? I'm not really sure what to call this, but something like a balcony. Wow, it is cold out. I mean, of course it is, but that's a lot of wind chill. And then we were working on the southeast wall. Hadn't finished that yet, but it had made some pretty good progress. So over here, we still need to replace the door, as the door is the old school door that kind of sucks. But I would say, what is that, like almost 2/3 done? About 2/3 done. So you have 2/3 of these, and that's what's next. And the last one would be the north wall. There is the case, however, that there are two north walls. So at some point I'll probably poll you guys whether I'm walling up this set of windows or the outer ones. I'm weighing towards the inside ones, but both are safe from zombies. And then any other goals that you have to suggest, you're welcome to drop into my suggestion box. And cheers. So as much as I would like to jump straight into the pool house renovation, I realize making sure that I have... Oh, I guess I already have food. Making sure that the farm is healthy is equally important. So let's check the crops, because I'm not really sure when's the last time I did that. And I'm mostly just checking for disease, because diseases spread to adjacent plots, and if you're not vigilant, you end up losing a lot of crop. If you're wondering, Zomboid, or rather their developers, put out a little informational thing about how farming will work in the next patch, and that looks pretty cool. I didn't fully read all the details, but just want to let you know it's out there. Okay, looks like all the plants are disease-free and flourishing to some degree or another. They'll probably need watering in a day or two, so that's something to keep an eye on. But at least for now, they're good. The other thing is the hearth, right? The ancient stove, or antique stove, because I'm really bad at making sure that stays lit. It is good for another 50 hours, so a little over 2 days. One thing I could start doing is sawing all of my planks, even the ones I put in the fire. There's no lost efficiency to saw planks. Like if you throw a log into the fire, it's like 8 hours. If you throw the planks that you get from a log into the fire, it's also 8 hours. So it doesn't really matter if you sell them or not, but it will level up your carpentry. So it's Crash M mentioned this on a YouTube comment. It is somewhat efficient if you're trying to level up your carpentry to just saw all of your logs, even if you intend to burn them, as odd as that might sound. Is there anything supply-wise I'm lacking that I could use more of? Well, that's a really good question. Skills, I would say. Time. But in terms of preparing for winter, I am pretty well provisioned. I've got water and seeds and food and shelter. You know, the requisite things that, you know, one would need to survive. So most of the immediate survival demands have been met. Whoa! ALS gamer, holy moly. What an amount of bits. Cheers! How have you been doing? You got me pink here. It's been fun, sort of writing the story for your character in Hedge Knights. I hope I'm doing your character justice. So for that batch of wood, I just decided to huck it all into the fire. Get a little bit more time out of it. You asked if I needed another sledgehammer. I don't think so, no. I think I'm pretty good on tools. I mean, I wouldn't mind more katanas, but there's really no functional way to go, okay, yeah, let me go get some, right? We did see that one zombie to, what is it, the southeast that had a katana? That I, like, tried to grab, but I got swarmed and decided to give up on. But apart from that one zombie, and there's no telling that that zombie is still actually there. Apart from that one zombie, I don't have any leads on katanas. I mean, if I did, I would go follow up on those leads. I like how I make a habit of smoking cigarettes around all these propane tanks. You know, to very cautiously check if the propane tanks are leaky. I hear that smoking around them is the proper procedure for gas leak check. Oh, man. I've seen videos of, like, undetected gas leaks. Very scary stuff. I'm very happy that, I don't know if this is the case everywhere, but at least in America, they add the, like, fart smell to them. Right? Because natural gas naturally doesn't smell like anything, so you wouldn't know. But, here in the old US of A, it smells pretty bad. Or at least recognizable. I guess that's the important part. Not that it smells bad, but at least recognizable. It actually reminds me of 8th grade, or maybe not 8th grade, sometime in middle school. There was a gas leak in my home ec class, you know, gas stoves, and apparently I'm very sensitive to the smell because I got really nauseous and ran to the bathroom and puked. And then as soon as I, you know, got my wits about me, I returned to the class and was like, yeah, there's got to be like a gas leak or something. What was interesting, it wasn't particularly not, like, I didn't really notice it, but it made me more nauseous than anything, which, you know, I thought was weird, because normally you smell it, but, like, I don't know, it was a home ec class full of, like, brownies and, you know, cookies or whatever we were baking, so it, I think, masked the smell pretty good. And then, like, the fire department was called in and we were evacuated and all that. All because I had Ralphed in the bathroom. Man, I hadn't thought about that in ages. Well, that and, I think my friend Kyle ran in to make sure I was okay. And, he was the one that was like, are you sick? And I was like, no, it's weird. Just felt really nauseous. And he's like, maybe it's a gas leak. Like, yeah, maybe. Hey, Nox. I'm Blaff Kicker. Thank you for the resubs. So I'm almost done with the southeast wall. I do have some other, like, renovation plans. There was, a stylistic entryway that I really wanted to try as well. So we'll see if I get around to that. Suppose it depends on whether you guys vote for it or not. What's my weight like now? 75 and... Oh, God. It is too low. I should start to overeat. What's interesting is, like, the last time my weight was this low, I was shoveling, like, lard-based stews into my mouth, and then I quickly gained the weight back. But this time around, like, that's just not the case. And I haven't been doing a lot of, like, strenuous stuff. I've just been hanging around at home doing a little bit of sawing. Don't know what that's about. So I need one more plank to finish this up. How about I poll you guys where to build the northeast wall? The inner glass of the pool house, the outer hallway. So what I'm asking here is, like, should I wall up this section here? I'd probably end up putting a door there, but wall up this section, or wall up the section outside. If I wall up the section outside, I would sledge the section indoors and then clean up the glass that's on the ground. Hey, half-orc. Thanks for the resub, too. What's your other half? If you're half-orc. Is it human, or is it something more interesting? Or glitches, wall up both wall sections. I could. I definitely could. That looks pretty good. You don't talk about the other side of that family? I got you. I understand. That was weird. I was like, yes, disassemble that door. And then I stood there, not understanding. So I need one more hinge to replace the door. I wanted the door looking nicer. The initial door that I built, I had like a carpentry skill of maybe 2. And I made an exceedingly ugly door as a result. Lovely. That looks proper. It looks to me like the popular choice here is going to be to wall up the outer hallway. Got it. I'll leave the pull up a little bit longer and just move the raw materials over. I wish I could get this much done in a given day in real life that Victor can, and like, honestly, an afternoon. He built an entire wall of a pool house. Count me as jealous. Alright, looks like we're in for a bit of demoing. I really hope I avoid destroying the floor. Sledgehammer is about half condition, but I think I have a spare, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. No one told you to go to the other side of the window that had broken glass. Luckily, I'm not injured, but the hell, dude. He's like, yeah, just let me Johnny Knoxville this wall down. Could you not? It's still sharp glass, and I don't have good clothing. I don't trust this window here, so I'm just going to skip that for now. I'll come back to them after I remove the glass that's in the panes. Because I don't believe that Victor here understands the danger of glass shards embedding into his skin. Wow. That isn't creepy. What the hell? It just goes off into, like, straight abyss. I know that I removed some of the flooring over that way, but I absolutely don't trust him to you know, walk forward in that. So he would 100% get himself impaled or fall in or something. I'd break my shins like I normally do. Well, looking pretty good. Out of curiosity, chat, why'd you vote for outer wall, not inner wall? Again, I wouldn't poll if I cared, but I am curious. Count me as curious. When transporting loot in bags, would it save space or weight? So no, it wouldn't. The weight reduction of a container applies when it is being held. So it would be easier to move one big item than a bunch of small items, but it wouldn't, like, save you, you know, weight. Only when you're wearing it. Which is confusing. Please don't jump through these windows as you break them. It's also possible to maybe build a door this direction like I did the southeast and southwest directions, because each one has a door, so I'll do that as well. I think it makes sense. It's probably not an exit I would take very often, because it's kind of a blind exit to a dangerous spot, but, you know, whatever. I could put a balcony out there eventually. In fact, I ought to start it before constructing the rest of the walls, because if I don't put the balcony out first, I have no way of accessing that area afterwards. I don't pour on ground. Eat it! For it is sustenance for your soul. Well, I think tomorrow I'm going to spend this, whatever portion of the day I need to finish up the installation project, because I'm very close to being done. And then I will poll you guys about viewer-suggested ideas, unless you want me to just work on my own. So, if you have ideas, submit them through Channel Points, so we can vote on them. So I'm going to put the sledgehammer down here. The next place I'm headed is to cut more wood, because I'm out. So, freeing up weight for a, you know, for wood and logs would be useful. But before I go to sleep, gotta check in on my generator. This one. 46 fuel, 77 condition. Alright, let's switch them out. And top that one off at least. I topped both off for as much as I could. So now my spare generators is 74 and 100. They need to be repaired a little, but they don't start blowing up until they get below 50%, so it's not like an urgent thing. They're not going to blow up anytime soon. And even after they're under 50%, it's like a small chance for them to blow up. It's not like a guaranteed, congratulations, you just set fire to your house. I wish I had more rain in the rain barrels up top. I like the way the water looks, but I know as soon as I start farming in earnest, I will have to draw water from the pool, and then the pool will look bad again. Whatever, it can't be helped. It's not my fault either. Everything looks well watered. Another thing I haven't done in a while that I should probably get around to eventually is to read the next farming book, because as you can see, I don't have it read, so I'm not really getting full benefit from that farming. While I head down to do some tree cutting, I might as well rearm the traps to the southwest, and I'll cut the trees down that way. I don't have maybe any worms left to arm the bird traps. Nah, does not look like I have worms. Where did I end up putting the composter? Was that on the roof? Did I get rid of it? Well, it ain't up here. Oh, and there's no point in keeping an empty gas can up here either. Bring that to the van. Did I break down the composter? Whatever, I don't recall. So at some point I'm going to need to do a gas run, as I think 5 empty cans might warrant one. 0 spare cans in the van. It's not urgent. I probably have maybe a few weeks left of fuel in the generators. And I could always draw from the van too. I came up here for the sheet ropes, that's right. And wood axe. Oops. Well, sure my shin feels good after that. Reminds me. Oh, I'm healed. Hadn't checked it in a while, so I figured I'd check it. Seems like I have recovered. So I got a full gas can in the glove box. Very odd place for previous me to store it, but I guess as long as I know it's there, that's good. Also to note, the van seems to be about 50%. Oh, nice. That was my first level trapping. What? I had never read the trapping books? Dang, I am slacking on the free XP. I guess I came out here out of, like, urgency, so I never got around to it because it wasn't as urgent as just getting the traps going. So I got 4 dead rabbits and 1 dead bird and a few zombies. Well, I guess I can actually start stomping them again because I'm healed. Huzzah! If you all would be so kind, don't let me forget that I have a trunk with dead animals in them. Because I don't want the animals to decay. They're just not close enough to one another. There we go. I like that little, I'd call it a tree house over here, but it, you know, there's no tree attached, so I suppose it can't technically be a tree house. It looks cool. Are those dead Zeds next to traps have maggots? No. In fact, I think I've turned maggots off. There was a few server settings that I manipulated in order to try to simulate it being cold, and I believe that that corpse maggots were turned off as a result. I'd have to double check the server settings, but that vaguely rings a bell. And I'm making sure to grab the twigs and branches as well. I don't want to waste anything. Everything is coming back to be burned. Including you, Mr. Blue Hat. Maybe I'll fight you later. Seems between my exertion and my encumbrance, you win this round. I'll be back for round 2. Now I'm even more exerted. I'm not sure how that helps. I'm gonna rest in the car for a minute because of how tired I am. It's too much of a liability to be this tired while out in the wilderness, I think. Was I smart? Oh yeah, I was sort of smart. I brought an electrician's book. That'll tide me over. Is there a hotkey for that fast forward tree chopping? So the way it works is if you go into the options here and into accessibility, and you click the resume normal speed when timed actions are complete. I know the font here is tiny, so I read it verbatim. What it does is it allows you to then keybind your F6 is fast forward times 3. So it's a combination of fast forward times 3 plus resume normal speed once the current action is done. That way I can just hit F6 and it will just finish whatever I'm currently working on and then return to normal speed. Allowing you to just blitz through time-consuming tasks in a bit more of a reasonable way. So, no mods required. Totally vanilla, but very, very helpful. There's 3 zombies. Why am I not reading? Come on. What are you doing? There we go. There's 3 zombies in the park. So, I guess I'm not encumbered anymore, or not tired. Oh, they're coming. Hello! This isn't a food truck. No free nibbles, go away. There's a lot of little tweaks in the options menu that you can do, like the highlighting of melee targets or the fast forwarding of time to the current action is finished. That makes Project Zomboid a lot more, a lot easier to play, or more user-friendly, or something. Not sure the exact words I'd want to use, but yeah, that one little change of F6 resume speed or the highlighting of targets is definitely like a bit of a game changer. When trying to blitz through time-consuming tasks. So I think what I'll do here is I'll just, I'll cut until I run out of ropes. So I've got enough for 4 more 3-log stacks. Oh, or I'll do it until the trunk is full. So I'll get 1 more set that I can carry myself. And then head back. Job's done. Why not fill passenger seat? I try to avoid filling the passenger seat unless I can help it, because if I'm ever in a situation where the car dies or I get swarmed or something like that, and the driver's seat has a bunch of zombies outside of it, a filled passenger seat means there's only one way out of a van, and I have absolutely died due to that. And I've also absolutely lived due to not filling up the passenger seat or other seats of a car and bailing out of the car by switching seats real quick. So I highly advise always leaving yourself 2 ways out of a bad situation. Sure, you might get in a situation where your car gets absolutely swarmed from every direction and there's 0 ways out. But, you know, I also try to avoid those situations too by not driving cars that have, like, nearly popped tires and so on and so forth. Reminds me of the old adage of, like, safety rules are written in blood. And in that case, it would be more like survival rules of Zomboid are written in blood. I've died that way. I bet a lot of people, a lot of the viewers here have as well. This is definitely going to be enough wood to finish the pool house wall, door, and maybe even some of the balcony, and then probably even some time left over to, well, some material left over to do other things as well. Have you choose what that might be soon. So if you have goals for me, submit them in chat, and I'll fill up some of my own as well. We are up to 53 hours, so I've gained a net of 3 hours. Did the pool water get... I just haven't pulled water from the pool yet, so the graphics glitch is not fixed, as far as I know. Nice. I'm carrying 51 kilos. Magically more than I should. For that same reason, El Crabs, of not filling up the passenger seat, same reason why I leave the trailer behind. Obviously, using a trailer to help haul logs would allow me to haul a lot more logs. But the trailers get hung up on stuff and really, truly lower the maneuverability of vehicles significantly enough that I generally find it too dangerous to go around with trailers unless I'm, like, moving. You know, you sort of have to do the mental math of, like, will 2 trips be more dangerous, or will a trailer be more dangerous? And often I find that a trailer is more dangerous than 2 trips. The only caveats to that is if, like, I'm not planning on returning, or if it's a one-way trip, or, you know, something like that. Oh boy, I am now underweight. Alright, time for me to cut loose and not worry about eating the non-perishable meals. And make myself some mac and cheese. Rather just eat mac and cheese. Alright, let's see if I can avoid the pull glitch for now. Have I played 7 Days to Die? Yes, and I have content on it on YouTube. So if you want to watch me playing 7 Days to Die, I have at least 2 series. That's cool. I watched the cabbage mature. Do you like, are you a 7 Days to Die fan? Is that why you ask? Did I remember the dead animals in the car? Yep, they're in the freezer. Thank you for the reminder, though. Because I think you and I both know, I am very liable to forget. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use the sink's water as long as I can to avoid the pool looking ridiculous. For your viewing pleasure. But I am sure I'm running out of water there. You're not very good at it yourself, but it's good. I like it, but I don't love it. I don't love it because the developers of 7 Days are like in a weird war against their player base to make their game, to essentially enforce people to play the game the way they want people to play the game, so that popular strategies, tactics, all that stuff gets patched out of the game, out of 7 Days, and replaced with a new set of rules that, like, nobody asks for. And I don't really like developers that are, like, in direct conflict with the player base. I tend to dislike games that, like, have developers that do that. They're like, whoa, you're not playing it. It's like a single-player game, too, right? So, or you know, it's not competitive. You know, if it was like a battle royale game, it'd be different, right? Like as soon as you have, like, online competition in games, obviously you want to patch out the, like, loopholes and exploits. But for, like, a single-player game or a cooperative game, like, whatever, you know? It would be akin to Zomboid going, oh, yeah, we don't want you to build on second-story floors with zombies not having access to you. So we're going to let zombies, like, climb walls. And this is very similar to something that that patches that 7 Days have done in the past. And you're like, cool. Okay, so now zombies can climb walls. How do you go to sleep and stay safe? Oh, you just have to be, like, logged in at all times and never go to sleep. Like that's kind of how it feels a lot of the time with 7 Days, and that's why It's not one of those games that I particularly enjoy. So like fundamentally, the game mechanics I like, but the choices they've made, design wise, I do not like. They're basically just jerks to the player base, and I don't know. Don't have a lot of time in my life for jerks. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Arctic, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 25th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie slayers,